Ashtakam ready. Let's everybody move up, close all the gaps, because when there's gaps in consciousness too. So if there's possible to move closer. Do I have it on paper also, or is it only on? It's only. You got a microphone? Can you give it to Maharaj? Would you mind reading the translations first before we do? It's right there. She'll just flip through, and would you read the translations out loud before we chant the Sanskrit? You sure? Yeah.
Tell me when to start.
Go ahead.
I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, whose bright face mocks the full autumn moon, whose pure complexion glistens, whose gait is like that of a maddened elephant, who is always intoxicated in Krishna Prema, who embodies pure spiritual energy, whose face holds a gentle smile, whose eyes are always rolling due to his absorption in Krishna Prema, whose lotus hand holds a glowing staff, and who by the performance of Nam Sankirtan pierces the influence of Kali Yuga. I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who is the mainstay of all the rasas, who is everything to his devotees, who is beyond compare, who is the master of both Vasudha and Janavadevi, who consider him more dear than their own lives, who is always maddened in Krishna Prema, and who is unknown only to those of meager intelligence. I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who is very dear to Sri Satchidananda, who is worshipped by the entire universe, who is the embodiment of happiness, who possesses infinite mercy for delivering the souls who are drowning in the age of Kali, and who by the performance of Sri Harinam Sankirtan thwarts the progressive false pride of the ocean of repeated birth and death. I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who said to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, "Hey brother Gauranga, what will be the destination of the sinful souls of Kali Yuga, and how will they be redeemed? Please devise a method by which they will easily attain you." I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who wandered about Bengal and approaching the door of each and every home, raised his arms up high and exclaimed, "O brothers, all of you should eternally perform Sri Harinam Sankirtan together. By doing so, I will take the responsibility to deliver you all from the ocean of material existence." I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who is the Agastya Muni, who forcibly swallows the ocean of repeated birth and death, who is a rising full moon, which increases the ocean of the saintly person's welfare, and who is the sun, which dissipates the darkness of ignorance cast by the various classes of miscreants. I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who wandered on every path in Bengal, dancing, singing, and calling out, "Haribo! Haribo!" and who lovingly bestowed merciful, sidelong glances upon those who were not compassionate to even their own selves. I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who held the supremely soft lotus hand of his brother, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, whose heart became filled with the highest bliss when the two brothers gazed into each other's faces, and who wandered here and there, delighting the townspeople with his sweetness. May Sri Nityananda Prabhu place his lotus feet in the heart of one who lovingly recites this unprecedented Nityanandashtaka, which is the reservoir of rasa, greatest treasure of the most exalted Rasika Vaishnavas, and the storehouse of the essence of Bhakti Rasa.
Can you follow? Yeah.
Would it make it easier to read that if we shut the lights out?
Not much, unless you block the sun out. Is that the first line? Yeah. Sharach Chandra Brantim Spuradamalakantim Gajagatim Hari Premonatam Tripaparamasatvam Smitamukam Sada Gurnam Netram Karakalita Vetram Kalividam Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukantam Niravadhi Rasanamagaram Swajanagana Sarvasvamaturam Jadiyaika Prana Pratima Vasuda Janavapati Sada Premon Vadam Paramakintam Mandamanasam Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukantam Niravadhi Shachi Sunu Preshtam Nikhila Jagadishtam Sukamayam Kalau Majjaj Jivo Dharana Karano Dhammakarunam Hare Radyanava Bhavajala Vigarbo Natiharam Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukantam Niravadhi Aye Rathanrinam Kalikaushinam Kinupavita Tata Prayashchitam Rachaya Yadanaya Sataime Prajanti Tvam Itam Saha Bhagavata Mantrayatiyo Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukantam Niravadhi Yatishtam Re Brata Kuru Hari Hari Dvanamamisham Tatoha Samsaram Uritaranatayo Mahigade Idam Bahustote Atapiratayam Yakadigraham Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukantam Niravadhi Samsarambo Nidhiharana Kumbho Bhavamaho Satam Shreyas Sindu Nati Mumula Andum Samuditam Kalashveni Skurjat Timira Surya Prabhamaham Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukanam Niravadi Nakantam Gayantam Arimanuvadantam Patipati Rajantam Pashyantam Swamapinadayantam Janaganam Prakurvantam Santam Sakuranagrigantam Pragalanam Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukanam Niravadi Sudhikranam Bhatu Karasarasijam Omalakaram Nito Bhakralokoch Chakita Paramananda Hridayam Pravantam Madhurya Ahahamatayam Purajana Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukanam Niravadi Prasanam Madaram Rasika Parasat Vaishnavadanam Sagaram Saram Patitatatitaram Smaranata Param Nityanandash Sakamidamapurvam Patatiyas Jadam Hirikandva Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukanam Niravadi. Backwards. Bhaje Nityanandam. One more. Look at this. Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukanam Niravadi. One more time. Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanatarukanam Niravadi. Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Shri Nityananda Trayodashi ki jai. Go Premanande. Vrindavan Das Thakur. And now we're going to sing the Shat Goswami Ashtakam. What?
It's turning on the fan, that's all.
No, that's fine. Krishna Kirtana Gana Gana Paro Premam Bodhini Ira Ira Jana Ira Ira Paro Nirma Sarabhujita Hare Krishna, So, human form of life is very rare. Labvam Sidulabam Idam Bahu Sambhavante. The Srimad Bhagavatam says that it's a rare chance to get a human body, but it affords one the opportunity to become fully perfected spiritually. That's the rare opportunity in the human form of life, and not many people take advantage of it. It's so rare to find someone who has unmotivated, uninterrupted service. Such a joy to know such a person. Krishna says, Bhavunam Janmanamante Gyanavan Mam Prapandite Vasudeva Sarvaniti Samahatma Sudulabha. After many, many births, someone may become completely serious about Krishna consciousness. And of those who even attempt spiritual life, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschid Yatiti Siddhaye Yatutamapi Siddhanam Kaschin Mamveti Tatvataha. Very few people actually come to the personal conception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or become connected with Sadguru and the Parampara, which gives the actual purport of pure devotional service. But somehow or other, by good fortune, we've come in contact with that line of pure devotees who have passed down through the tradition of submissive hearing through generations, over thousands and thousands of years. The same vibration which was spoken by Lord Krishna to Lord Brahma has been passed down and remained intact through that process of disciplic succession, and is now being propagated in the world today. It's the most important of all work, to refine oneself, refine one's understanding of the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and to refine one's character. Because although the philosophy may be intact, there's a way in which the anartas within the heart cause us to act in ways which are contrary to devotional service, even against our will, practically. And the day-to-day activities in Krishna conscious sadachar, pramanes tat sadachares tarabhyasa anantaram, recommended by Krishna in the Brahma Samhita, that one should take help from Shastra, and one should practice regulative principles of freedom, and one should practice a lot, because the more practice the better. There's not enough time. There never is there? When we're absorbed in hearing and chanting, the time just goes by like what is an hour seems like 5 minutes, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's a good sign, I think. But the way to make a perfect life is to take each day at a time, each hour at a time, and make sure that one is connected to the spiritual sound vibration. And one day after another goes by, even if there's problems, difficulties, crises, and so forth, they sort of fly by the window like you're on a train going by. And the end result is that one receives the mercy of Krishna and the Vaishnavas by dedicating one's life to the practice of submissive hearing from the transcendental sound vibration. So today we have a great honor in a few ways. One way is that Srivas Pandit Prabhu is here. I'll say it again. One way is that Srivas Pandit Prabhu is here. Who is Srivas Pandit Prabhu? Everyone has to know. That's Srivas Pandit Prabhu. Srivas Pandit Prabhu is a Pandit. Hare Krishna. A devotee with impeccable character, and who has dedicated his life to not just learning and teaching, but learning and teaching the Shastra, not just Shastra, but specifically Srila Prabhupada's books. He's absorbed 24 hours a day in Shastric learning and presentation of that Shastra in a systematic way for others. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that there's no one more dear to me in this world than that person. who dedicates their life to giving this message to the devotees. And that is the first great fortune we have. The second great fortune we have is we have one of his students here, Madhukari Prabhu. As I said, the second great fortune is we have his Bhakti Shastri student, Madhukari Prabhu here. As I said, we have the great fortune of having his Bhakti Shastri student, Madhukari Prabhu here. But even if we need the kind of vibration that Lord Nityananda made when he heard that the Sankirtan movement had started, that shook the universe. So, in the Shastra it says that there are three kinds of people who are benefited when someone speaks the Bhagavatam: the speaker, the hearer, and everybody else in between. Everyone gets the benefit. So, Madhukari Prabhu has been traveling extensively. I don't know if there's anywhere he hasn't been in the U.S. Anywhere there's an educational institution in America and many other places as well, because he specializes in making conscious contact with people one-on-one and transferring what's in his heart of hearts, which is pure devotional service, into the hearts of others. And he's made a study of this so that he can go anywhere and in any place and time. He can befriend somebody just because of his nature and give them an opportunity to hear about Krishna and also take home Krishna literature and Krishna prasadam and so forth. And he's become so prolific that he has become the top distributor of Srila Prabhupada. This is the measurable part. The other parts are immeasurable. But he's become the top book distributor in North America and one of the top book distributors in the world for how many years? For 5 years. On top of that, we have an even greater fortune, which is that Madhukari's mother, Diana, is here. She took a chance and came all the way to India and has been with the Yatra from the very beginning, participating in the programs, although this is her first real exposure to full-on Krishna conscious Sangha and programs. Madhukari Prabhu and her have been talking about Krishna, and she's chanting, and I'd like to take this opportunity to personally thank her for whatever you did, or didn't do, for raising such a son who I have the greatest privilege I can imagine to have as a disciple. My heart overflows with gratitude and pride when I think of Madhukari Prabhu and what he's doing and the kind of service that he does. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Now, while Madhukari was traveling around in a van, he sleeps on a board at night, or on the ground. Close your ears for me. Gets up early in the morning, and sleeps wherever he is. They travel in this little van. They have a tiny little place where they cook in the back of the van, and the rest of the van is basically packed full of books. They travel all over the country. He and a partner, or 2 or 3, how many of them they can fit in the van during the particular time of year that they're doing Sankirtan. Meanwhile, wherever he finds the time, but it's amazing how busy people, especially those who are busy in Sankirtan, find extra time to learn Shastra. But Madhukari Prabhu uses every second. I've seen him because I spent the whole month with him at Govardhan. And I noticed that every waking hour that he's not either hearing or chanting with us, he's sitting on the veranda studying his shlokas and his shastra. And he's come so far, so fast. I was telling Srivas Pandit Prabhu the other day that in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says that Dhruva Maharaj's mother was his spiritual master, his Vardhamana Pradashika Guru. And when Dhruva Maharaj was being invited to go back to Godhead in the Vaikuntha airplane, he said, "Wait a minute, where's my mom? I'm going to take her too." And it turned out there was already an arrangement for her. They said, "Oh, she's already coming." And Prabhupada says that the disciple can deliver the spiritual master, and then he says that he hopes he can get a disciple that will become so advanced that his disciple can take him back home, back to Godhead. And I said to Srivas Pandit, in my case, this is already something
Done deal.
Done deal. That's the exact words I use, right, Srivas? That's already a done deal. So we're going to give this award, Bhakti Shastri Award. Madhukari Prabhu took the Bhakti Shastri exam, which many people have a difficult time doing, even in ordinary circumstances, even while he's traveling and doing all his other work and studies and preaching. And how did he do on his Bhakti Shastri, by the way?
97%.
97%. It's amazing. Because a lot of those things are tedious, actually. Some of the questions, things like that, there are little details that are 97% is...
And most of the question papers I grade, there are Sanskrit references with English explanations. With Madhukari Prabhu, it is Sanskrit more and English less. So it's like some English in between, a whole lot of Sanskrit is memorized.
So this is an official certificate, good anywhere in ISKCON. Madhukari Das, the degree of Bhakti Shastri, having completed all the requirements prescribed and having demonstrated evidence of the appropriate Shastric competence, the aforesaid is hereby entitled to all the rights and privileges appertaining to a holder of this degree. One thing is, rights and privileges, as far as adhikari or qualification go, the Shastra mentioned 3 levels of advanced devotees. The first is the Kanishta Adhikari, who has weak faith and no knowledge of Shastra. The second level is the Madhyama Adhikari, who has strong faith but no knowledge of Shastra, or very little. And the topmost devotee is the Uttama Adhikari, who has strong faith and knows the Shastras. Shastra Sunipuna, which means he or she knows how to put it all together, knows the logical flow of the Shastra and what it means and how to present it and so forth. So learning Shastra is no small thing.